Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TOPI, a talk show with a TOPI. Um, we're here presented by the FAD News, and today we are going to talk about business communications. So here with me, I have two experts, Felix and Axel. Say hello, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so thank you guys for coming here. We don't have a lot of time, so I just want to ask you guys some questions. So let's start off with Axel there. Axel, can you explain how multiple messages or multiple sayings from other people could interfere with the process of communication and can lead to a misunderstanding? Like, for example, when you receive multiple messages from different people at the same time.
Okay, so hi guys, I'm Axel. So I think media multitasking has been a really common thing today. Despite humans' attention span is getting shorter and shorter. But I think this could create a misunderstanding due to the focus being divided, and it could it creates a limit to the information you can accept at the moment from different sources. I think that's how I would answer it, and I think it could create a really bad problem if we keep doing this.
So you think that because of the limitation of in people themselves, it can cause misunderstandings if you receive multiple messages at once, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think because of the attention span and the focus of people being divided itself.
Okay, I see. Felix, what do you think about this question right here?
Okay, first of all, hello guys, my name is Felix Leonardo. From my opinion, while multiple messages could lead to a misunderstanding, it's because the human brain has a limit on how much information it can process at once due to a finite energy supply. UK neuroscientists say that the energy supply to the brain remains constant and can exceed an upper limit. But as the brain uses more energy in processing the task at hand, less energy is supplied to processing outside our immediate focus. These results are what is known as inattentional blindness. This can help us explain why are we sometimes unable to concentrate on what our family is saying while we are watching TV or playing video games.
Okay, so I see two different approaches here from Felix and Axel. So Axel is basically saying that because of the limit of the attention span of one, he could not carry that many messages. But Felix, you went ahead and you took like the more biological route and discussed about the limitations in the brain itself. Is that true?
Yes. My approach is kind of more of scientific.
Yeah. Scientific. There we go. Okay. That's great. Two very good answers there, and I'm sure that a lot of people can get like an actual good perspective of our topic here from that first question. Okay, now let's move on with the second question, and I'm gonna ask Axel again, for the second one. Axel, can you please explain in your own words, with examples too, how etiquette or ethics is still relevant today, even in audience-centered communication, and maybe you could also expand on audience-centered communication.
Okay, so first of all, let me explain audience-centered information and also etiquette. So etiquette is the unwritten rules, which also applies in workplace or any audience where you can have a communication with. And also audience-centered information is the type of communication where a speaker observes the audience to establish the content. So I think in an audience-centered information, knowing the etiquette could really help you communicate effectively, because knowing the etiquette matters, and it is a really important part of the job.
Okay.
In an audience-centered communication, the speaker can wrap a message in a way that meets the needs of the audience in a polite manner or appropriate manner.
Okay. So you're saying that audience-centered communication is like these TED Talks and all that. Would you say that that's the case?
I think an audience-centered information would be like, for example, you know that you're trying to talk to teenagers. You would adjust the way you talk, the languages you use. For example, compared to talking to a bunch of scientists, you would adjust to use more scientific terms, more formal terms, and this could really help you convey the message properly.
So this could also, so audience-centered communication applies to professional and non-professional events.
Yes.
Okay. I see. That's a really good answer. I think that etiquette. You said that etiquette is needed to deliver the message, or how you deliver the message to the audience you're facing. Okay, that's very good. Let's move on with Felix. What do you think about etiquette in relevance to audience-centered communication?
So etiquette is still very much needed in today's time, even with audience-centered communication, because we as a speaker need to respect the audience, and as a member of the audience, they have to collectively respect the speaker too. How are we going to respect the audience, and audience can respect the speaker? It's we can create a balance in emotion between both sides that can help the flow of the event to run even more smoothly. Like respectfully from facial features, example, we smile and greet, say thank you, like kindness and politeness. And the overall good vibes everyone gives out really affects the whole event and creates a more enjoyable time.
Okay. Again, I see two different approaches from Felix and Axel. Axel is more direct, which is basically the speaker to the audience, but Felix is saying that the audience has a role to play also in etiquette, because if the audience has etiquette, of course the speaker will feel more respected. Is that so, Felix?
Yes. My opinion is that the audience-centered communication is not only just one side, the speaker to the audience, but it works on both sides.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Felix. Okay, so we don't have a lot of time left. I have these two, not really questions, but more two passages, and I want to ask Axel one and Felix one. So Felix, you can have the first passage, and Axel, you can have the second one. Okay, so Felix, I need you to evaluate the following situation. So you often send business emails to people who are typically walking or riding on mass transit while reading the messages. Can you please discuss what changes that you should make to your email and messages for the people you're aiming to communicate with?
So first of all, this means that my reader is a very busy person. So I'll make an interesting, short, and well-centered email. This means that my email won't be as long as the regular email, but it covers all the aspects of a business email. Although my reader may be used to reading while walking, it is possible that he also has to pay attention to his surroundings, so that he will not be able to concentrate too much on the business email that we create. For example, I received a line or WhatsApp messages from my friend while walking. In order to read the message safely, I will check my surroundings first, then try to look at the message. But while we are walking, there's always a chance of an event happening in the future and can interfere with our reading. From this example, I can relate that my reader doesn't want a complicated business email because it will make the reader bored and won't be focused on his surroundings.
Okay. So the advantage of writing a small but compact email is that the reader doesn't have to read that much, but he gets the point that that you want to deliver.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. What do you think is the disadvantage? Like, for you as a sender of the message, what do you think is the disadvantage of you sending a small but compact message for someone that's busy? Do you think that there are any disadvantages?
Of course, there's a disadvantage. For example, the business email has a lot of aspects, including like working experience or like educational experience. But if we make a small or compact business email, we have to eliminate the not very important parts.
Okay, so maybe some points that you want to make, but then you can't because
Yes.
It doesn't really feel necessary. Okay, again, so the advantage is that it fits with the type of person that you're trying to impress, but then the disadvantage is some of the points you can't deliver.
Yes.
That's correct, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Felix. For the last question today, for Mr. Axel, this situation is kind of long, so I prefer you to listen very careful to this. Yeah, you are part of an interview panel for a unique and pivotal position in your organization, and have reached a stage in which the final choice is between two candidates. Candidate one is from outside your organization, matching the essential criteria advertised and is better qualified than candidate 2. While the second one is from within your organization and has been in the role of a temporary acting employee and does not match the essential criteria being looked for. However, candidate 2 has been very good during the acting period. Can you please discuss how the situation might or might not become an ethical lapse?
All right. So for me personally, I believe that this wouldn't be an ethical problem. It would be a really simple decision of one, the first candidate is only showing potential, hence the potential being a conjecture. So we don't know if he's actually going to be good on the job. We just think that he's quite okay to be on the job. He's quite good to be on the job. Meanwhile, the second candidate, we clearly see the good effort, the good work. Hence, we know the facts that he can work, and we can teach the things to him later on during the job. Okay.
So you're actually not going in the route of choosing the good one in this panel.
Yeah, since I think we should see facts more compared to potential. And I think second candidate shows more concrete facts compared to the first candidate.
So you choose, how do you say this? So you choose not choosing the outsider of the organization.
I mean, it wouldn't change a thing since we should value both the same way. I mean, you could say it's an ethical problem to pick an insider over an outsider, but the reasoning behind the decision is not because he's an insider. Meanwhile, it's because he has shown me how he could work perfectly or in accordance to what I want him to do, compared to the other one who's just showing potential. Hence, it is a conjecture.
Okay, and to just top off your answer, can you please give a benefit and a kind of like a weakness of the choice you make here, because of course in every choice we make, there's a benefit and there's a like a weakness to it.
So I would say the first candidate would be a professional for the job. He meets the criteria for the job description, right? I think picking the first one would create a work environment where it is more professional, where you can tell this guy to do anything you want as long as it's within the job description. He would do it with a good result. Meanwhile, the second candidate, it's more of a mentorship where you can teach him a lot of things and you know that he's gonna be doing it well because you know his work etiquette and his
Okay.
yeah.
So basically the weakness of your answer, or like the downside of your answer, is that you're missing that the organization is missing out on a professional
I think it's more of a time investment compared to a monetary investment.
Okay. So maybe you choose the insider because you already know him or her, so that you don't need so maybe he or she doesn't need time to adapt to the organization. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Very good answers from Axel and Felix today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, and as always, we'll see you guys when we see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Deal.
Axel and Felix. Peace.